Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome to the center stage interview of Global Thought Leaders, a RightSource Global initiative. Global Thought Leaders is a podium for leaders like you and I to exchange our ideas, thoughts, and experiences. The vision of RightSource Global has always been to help people grow and in turn contribute to the economic development of the country in itself. Today, to share her experiences, we have Ms. Geetha Sriniwasan. Ms. Geetha Sriniwasan has over 3 decades of experience in the healthcare industry. She has traversed the path of a multitude of functions in this business. Today, she is a professional come entrepreneur with a passion to help those who wish to grow in their career in this specific industry by providing mentorship and skilling guidance, valuable insights, and orientation. She has completed her independent director certification through IICA by taking the help of Independent Directors Institute, an initiative by RightSource Global. Hi, Geetha. A very warm welcome to the center stage interview of Global Thought Leaders. How are you doing today?
Thank you, Madhulika and the RightSource Global for providing me with this opportunity to talk to you.
Pleasure is all ours, Geetha. So I've been interacting you for a few months now, and it's really been our pleasure. So let's get started off with the first question. So what are the three major disruptive changes that you foresee in the pharma industry? So you've been in the healthcare for quite some time now. So what do you think are these three major disruptive changes that you see?
Okay, as we all know, the healthcare industry is an evergreen industry, and India is one of the front runners in the pharma industry. Just to give you a perspective, India is the third largest producer of drugs and pharmaceuticals in the globe by volume, and we are the largest exporter for both branded generics and vaccines across the world. We are growing at the rate of about 22%. And in the coming future, we are only wanting to consolidate our position in the global market. In recent times, there have been major changes, and there are certain factors that are likely to actually bring in major disruptions for growth and for India to be in the center stage of the global market. One is the focus is on the manufacturing technology. And what do I mean by manufacturing technology is we all know that artificial intelligence is taking over everywhere. In the healthcare industry, mainly, we are going to see this happening in the manufacturing arena, mainly for the biosimilars and the branded generics, so that we are able to supply the best quality products across the world. We also know that government is laying a lot of emphasis on Make in India, and given the situation of the APIs, where we do not want to depend on China for these APIs, there is going to be a lot of backward integration by companies. They are wanting to, substantiate this, and this is going to be a major disruptive change in the coming years. Now, supply chain and logistics generally have never been the focal point for the pharma industry or the healthcare companies. Going forward, we all know that supply chain and logistics is going to be extremely critical, and we are going to make sure that we are able to manage the flow of medicines. The world is shrinking. We have to reach our products across the globe. This is going to be extremely critical, and companies are going to invest a lot of money in doing this. The third and most important for all the healthcare companies would be the way diagnosis and treatment is going to be followed by the healthcare practitioners. We know that, there is going to be more like a personalized approach, and the treatment regimens are going to change. All this means that, the drugs being developed by the pharmaceutical companies or the healthcare companies have to follow this to make sure that it's being provided for what is required by the healthcare practitioners. The way diagnosis was in the past, it is not going to be the same in the future. So all these are, in my opinion, the major disruptive changes that are likely to be seen in the industry.
Very well said, Geetha. Thank you so much for your insights on the changes that you foresee, especially the one with the diagnosis. I think is going to be there's going to be a lot of change post pandemic in terms of how the diagnosis is actually made. So moving forward,
Yeah.
Geetha, as a business leader, what do you seek to prioritize in the organization, and what do you think are the challenges that you're likely to face?
So, as a business leader, whichever department that I would be in, or anybody is in the healthcare sector, I think most importantly, one should focus on improving the operational efficiency. What do I mean by operational efficiency? Is to make sure that whatever is being done, it's like optimized in terms of money, resources, and time, so that the best possible products are being delivered to the patient. If we are not there in the operational efficiency side, I think we are going to lose out in the market, because the competition would be doing that. The second most important thing would be, as any business leader would want, to maximize the ROI, and and also make sure that the third one is, I make sure that there is growth in my customers, and there is also retention of my customers. How do we all do this put together? Is there are a few things that I would like to talk about in the healthcare sector. Is the product portfolio and the market portfolio. Healthcare has so many different segments, and how do I actually do an integration of the best therapies that I have, and expand my portfolio to increase my market share, and also to see the where my products are being marketed, not just within the country but in the globe, so that I get the maximum market share. That is something that will be very, very critical. The next most important one would be the people, because we are going to have people, the human resources, which is very, very critical for carrying out all these functions. That is something that will be responsible for the operational efficiency. And most important one, which we have all seen, is patient engagement through digitization. So that will also going to be something which will be important for my operational efficiency, and also for delivering the best. Challenges, yes, this has been a very, very traditional and conventional kind of industry. Unlike many others, we have certain systems which have been there for years, and to get that mindset to change in the employees, in the organization, is going to take a long time. And adapting oneself to this at the least possible time frame is going to be something which is going to be a big challenge, but it has to be done by every organization.
Absolutely agree with you, Geetha, on that. And now that you've spoken about digitization, right? RightSource Global has been very close to digital transformation and digitization of various things across multiple verticals, and healthcare being one of them. So what do you think is the impact of technology in this industry?
Yeah, so by digitization, yes, we all come to technology only. Now, we have seen, particularly in the last 4 years, how digital, this thing, we have all become so digitally dependent on everything, and how everything has become more convenient and, more accessible to everyone. And healthcare is no different. Digitization is actually started already in the healthcare industry. The way the people are reaching, patients are reaching to their healthcare practitioners, that has changed. Now we can, the healthcare delivery has become more accessible and has also become more affordable. Today, sitting in one remote corner, you can access a very leading practitioner in Mumbai, and that has been possible. That's one digital transformation that we can see in the healthcare industry. The second most is e-pharmacies. I think all of us are aware how e-pharmacies have really taken over the brick and mortar system in the way the drugs are dispensed or given. Now, we all thought some 5 years ago that this is not going to happen, depending upon the regulations in the industry. But we can see that this is happening, and this is happening fast. Now, because of this, what is happening is the kind of products that are available to everyone is really become easier. The access is become easier. Even patient can decide which brand he wants to buy. There are also generics which are available, which he thinks that he can buy. All this has been possible only because of digitization. And third most important thing of digitization is what I just spoke to you about, customer engagement, in my earlier question, where I said that, customer engagement has to be more with a different approach. We all are used to approaching all the stakeholders to person contact or physical contact. Now the customer engagement is changing through digital mode, where companies are engaging with both all the stakeholders, whether it is trade or the patients, all the healthcare practitioners or the hospitals, through digital this thing. And therefore there is more personalized connect between the customer and the company. So all this is going to make a major change in the way that the industry is going to operate in the coming decades.
I can see how things are just at our fingertips. We don't have to run to a pharmacy. For that matter, you don't have to run even for simple groceries these days, right? Everything is at your doorsteps. Even you were talking about diagnosis earlier. So all the diagnosis, like any blood tests or anything, apart from the scans,
correct, exactly.
The digitization is already, happening.
Yeah, and the customer now has the right to choose. Like, I may be given a brand, but, maybe if I can't afford it, the customer just goes back and checks, okay, can I have a cheaper brand? Which, a local chemist was not, very clued on earlier. So that, I think, is a major change that will impact the industry.
Sure. Couldn't agree more on that, Geetha. So I did go through your leaders' work. Really nice articles that you have given us, Geetha. Request the audience to actually go see her published leaders book on our social media pages. So you did say in that talent development is a key in this industry, right? So do you care to elaborate a little on this?
Yeah. So over the last 10, 12 years, the kind of roles that are being offered in the industry has changed. It's not the regular conventional roles that people were looking at. Today, it is more specialized. And you will agree that this is one of the industries, very few industries, which are very, very knowledge oriented, very high scientific oriented kind of an industry. And it is something which is integrated with different other industries as well. And it provides opportunities to people. The supply of professionals in this industry is been growing, over the last few years that we can see. And the demand is also there. Now, as a company, if I want to actually retain my people, because professionals are going to have a lot of opportunities. If I want to retain my people, I think development of this kind of employees that I have is going to be very, very critical. I'm not just talking about from the industry, even from the colleges or whoever. Skilling and development of people is going to be very, very critical, because each one will be doing a specialized job, and there has to be a clear path in the organization for his career development, learning, and learning opportunities being provided. If I'm not going to be providing as an organization that opportunity to my employee, then there is just going to be attrition in the industry, because this is one industry which has a lot of attrition as well. So specified, very, very specific roles with a lot of talent available. Therefore, talent development and skilling becomes extremely critical to take on the challenging roles that this industry is going to, face.
We're almost coming to the end of the center stage. So I would like to, take your advice. What do you advise for the future leaders, who are aspiring to be one, especially in your industry, I would say?
We all think that, okay, being in the medicine business or the healthcare business is something which is very noble, and therefore we can't make money. But as a business, I think everybody needs to thrive by making some profits and doing. But at the end of the day, we are responsible for the lives of people, whether we are in the devices or diagnostics, or we are in the pharmaceuticals, or in the healthcare and wellness. At the end of the day, we are responsible for the lives of patients. And therefore, ethics and governance are extremely important as business leaders. And to that effect, I would say that, we'll have to look at the 3 Ps, which is product quality, most critical. People, we have to be, as I said, people are the backbone of our business. And the final one would be, where we can reach the people, the customers, the patients. We have to be patient-centric and operate in that way. And if we are able to do that, I think we are in a growing business.
I mean, this is exactly what we at IDI believe in. Your ethical integrity and governance is actually takes utmost priority when comes to running any business, for that matter. And thank you so much, Geetha, for reiterating that. It was a lively session with you. Do you like to, share your experience on how your journey was with RightSource Global and Independent Directors Institute?
Yeah, it was a very, satisfying and fruitful journey so far with me. I've had the support of a great team, great people, and available to me whenever they want. And I think the relationship will just be strengthened and continue to grow. And I wish RightSource Global and its institute a very great success.
Thank you so much, Geetha. I mean, it's always pleasure to interact with you. And, we're all part of the RSG family. And our vision is to always grow together, share our experiences, and make sure that, the future aspiring leaders actually have some takeaways from our experiences. So thank you, everybody, for watching Center Stage with Ms. Geetha Sriniwasan. It's been a pleasure having you, Geetha, here. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you.